Okay, we're back for turn 11 of Heavy Hitters. As usual, kicking off with defense, which is why you can see lots of blue. Things got interesting last turn, didn't they? Titans committing at least 2 platoons of infantry over here. So basically a company. Just as I was beginning to pull out with some of the stuff. So we're going to be trying to slow these guys down, get some suppression out, put some fire out. One of the Vickers MGs, or whatever the Americans call it, back here, really far in depth, and Keyhold is going to be lighting up pretty much down the line of that field boundary here. See if we can't cause some suppression, get the guys to stop, and the mortars that are still up are going to be piling in as well. Stuff is still retreating from here because obviously this kind of force here is not going to be able to stand up to what's coming. They're going to be trying to set up at the junction there to cover down the line of the sunken road, and the Greyhounds hopefully going to be able to get stuck in. This Greyhound here is also relocating around here, or it should also be able to cover that little dip there. And finally come to a decision with the reserve stuff, the Hellcat and the 2 Shermans with the 81mm mortars. They're going to be pushing down here out of sight and out of sight range as well, and then pushing up into the centre of the village where I'm going to be able to redeploy them to deal with this. I'm still trying to keep eyes on this flank, and I am moving back the Jackson as well because I want to kill those Panthers. The issue is potentially the King Tiger, but I'm pretty sure it's been severely damaged in the track. It doesn't look like it's been moving very fast at all, so I'm not worried about that like popping forward here and snapping up all the space up here. I am keeping eyes out over here, but this is where I think we're going to do our killing. So without further ado, let's just go and see what we get here. It'd be nice to see some canister. There we go, yeah, the King Tiger popped back up there a little bit. And, ooh, yes, there is something else up there. Is that another Panther? Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. I can't really, we couldn't hear very much or see very much, or in fact, got a lot of ammunition off there. But yeah, at least we caused some casualties by the look of it. Is that another Panther? Oh no, that's a Panzer IV. That's all right. Interesting. With some kind of Philadelphia Project crew. Right, let's check this flank first, just to make sure all this stuff got away okay. We'll find out who is seeing what exactly. Yeah, let's have a look at that. Is the King Tiger there because we just spotted it. In fact, let's just watch and see what the King Tiger does. Not a lot of anything. Be nice to maybe mortar it again because the commander's got his head out. But, I think if we fast forward this, yeah, not a lot to see there. And then the tanks are getting away. Yep, just about. Greyhound moving up. There's enough space in that jeep for these guys to hop in. That mortar team is also up and running. Okay. I have to check ranges and things and see if I can't actually drop some mortars on those hull-down tanks. You know, even just in the general area, because I want them to button up, make him think that there's stuff out here that there isn't. The Jackson's got them back okay. And it's going to be... I think we're coming back over here. It should be hull down to the enemy all the way through. Which is good. Right, let's see what we get here. The Greyhound and that MG Jeep there, and ooh, look, they're running back. The Panther's moving up slightly. Just did wonder on the thing if that Panther moved. Oh, it's a real pity there that the mortars couldn't get their eye in, because oh yeah. See, this is what I mean about running away across, you know, attacking across open fields. Terrible idea. And seriously, awesome stuff from the that Jeep there. That's made my day. They can help if they get into position. That's excellent. So those guys are pulling back. Now we need to shoot up this line instead. We'll just switch target there. That's excellent. Really. These guys can't see anything, but they are area firing. So. Those rounds are all going in about. Yeah, so we got the angle, just pretty much shoot down that line there, which is that's a nice angle. But we need to switch it to shoot down this line. So this is where all of Titan's little pixel tripping are now. We'll swap the mortars onto there as well. Oh, and I was having like bad thoughts about this, but what be interesting to see if Titan's, you know, is decided to commit his infantry and then he's changed his mind. They do start running back right at the beginning of the turn. You know, if he's pushed up and he's just encountered more resistance than he thought he would, and he's going to try and, you know, save him with the Panthers or something. Interesting. But yeah, big juicy target there that I want to. Oh, hello. What was that? That's nice though. I mean, especially for the Jeep to be getting in there. You're not useless, Sergeant Alvarez. You're not a complete potato. Of course, it's a pity that the top gunner in here got knocked out, because he could be on the 50 right now and could be having even more fun, but such is life. We have this see slight damage to the wheels because it keeps going through fences and things. And then this Greyhound should be setting up there to cover that slope as well. And yeah, that one is just spotting targets at the end of the turn, and we'll see if we can't engage it. Let's just check the line of sight from the Panther there. Turn the trees off. That's a very difficult shot, I'd have thought, on that Jackson on that. Yeah, basically can't see that one. Definitely can't see the Jeep. Cool. And this one hasn't moved, so we know that one's pretty safe. So we just need to swap some fires about there. That's cool. And yeah. I think that should be about it. I don't think there's anything else that we really need to see here. It's cool. So first of all, we need to swap this at one over and start shooting down this hedge line. Yeah, about as far back as we can, and we need to swap. You are already aiming in the same place. Well done. Bonus points. Yeah, you're already engaging. You can't see anything, but you'll be able to see stuff popping up there. And we've successfully driven those guys off. Okay. These guys are still moving back a bit, but I'm just wondering if I'm going to be able to see anything. Yeah, that's their like backstop. Stop the Jeep there, the shoot down there. You can see fine, that's excellent. I also want to get this AT team set up there. Can you see anything from... not really. That's cool. But yeah, that's looking good. Everybody else's orders are good. He's going to come over the thing there where he should be safe. Yeah, we can't see anything over there. Yeah, let's just keep an eye on these tanks here. Might be sensible to leave the Jackson actually like hull down behind one of these sunken roads or something. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, you can kind of see how to some extent how this is going to work, in the sense that, you know, I've let or because of the way Titan has to advance, so he advances all the way up to here, and you know, he's got problems because, you know, if he goes forward he's going across the open and he's getting shot at. If he goes back you know, he's fallen back to this line pretty much. I'm still just going to shoot the snot out of that line, so... Actually, interestingly, the MG in the tower, can't see up there. But yeah, we'll see how we fare down there. And how much of his response is going to be to push the Panthers further and further forward. Which you can pretty much do with impunity, because I don't really have any actual AT stuff up here anymore. It would be really nice to have been able to lure him closer and then start pinging the Panthers from close range. But, unfortunately, that's not going to happen, because the AT guns are out of action. This is one of the problems with AT guns in combat mission. What it would have been nice, for example, to keep it down here and then pop it up to the top. But, you know, it's like a... That thing weighs about 4 tons or something. It's not a light piece of equipment you can just wheel out when you want to. Yeah, that should about do. Things are getting interesting. Let's press go. But whatever happens, I've still got that flexibility because I can move my tanks around where I like. That's the good thing here. Okay, now we're on to turn 11 of the attack for heavy hitters, and we might need to change the camera angle a little bit here. So we can see what's going on, because we are pushing up, and we are probably about to get our first little bit of mess. We're going to start attacking this building here with this platoon that we've got up front. Lots of cover from the tanks here. Just trying to find a sensible angle. I am slightly worried about stuff popping up over here, but there is this kind of dip in the center. So we can get up there in dead ground, but you know, we'll see what happens. We did spot another mortar team in the woods back here, which is going to be mortared itself and MG'd a little bit, I think. The last mortar team ran away, and that is still the only 2 confirmed and 1 potential spot that we've had. So we're just going to press go, and if nothing else, and we are pulling these guys back a tiny bit so they don't get mortared. If nothing else, we're definitely should be getting to a position where we're going to see stuff. Yeah, definitely see cheeky mortars landing here on the reverse slope. Another casualty there, and oh yes, people are shooting back. That's what we want. But yeah, apart from that, not very much going. Definitely like a lot of overshoots here. I mean, I certainly did something very similar to Titan in our last game, in like a test game, but I had TRPs up here on the edge of his deployment zone where I wanted to mortar, so you know, there were fewer overshoots, but you know, that's just the way the cookie's gonna crumble here. And oh yeah, they've got plenty of rounds out at the potential mortar to crew here. It's is on. Yeah, we've got plenty of rounds in the air there. That should do the trick. And who's shooting at this? In fact, let's just watch how this pans out. We've got lots of MG fire going in. And some smoke shells from one of the slugs at the back. And of course, the MG fire from the half tracks is comically inaccurate, but that's not a big deal. And out they get. There we go, we're getting machine guns. Hit front turret. Does that mean it's coming from the bleeding? No, no it's not. That came from over there. And about there, do we think? Yeah, that seems like a sensible position to put an MG or something, you know? Just on the edge there, cover up the inside. You notice he can't actually see from that position, he's just looking at the tanks. He can't actually see the infantry and the half track that just got out. That's why this is such a good place to kind of push up through. Those guys are... not even slightly suppressed, that's good. That's those. I will swap off some of the MG fire. That's cool, that's fine. And yeah, there's not a lot else to see here. We'll just give it another overview. Yeah, who got injured there? And how? Yeah, it'd be nice, you know, if you guys could put your heads down and you know, just assume the fetal position on the floor of the half track. But yeah, it's fine. In fact, let's just push these guys back even further because, you know, I don't want a mortar round to land in the middle of a bleeding. The assault team and we've got our gun team. Put the gun team in there and then start bounding the little short bounds. split those teams off, can't we? Shooting up the church tower again. Let's just push this panther up about there, or we should be able to put some rounds into that building. Put a bit of prophylactic fire out again. Stug should, yeah, it's out of smoke rounds, so that's okay. You can stay there, keeping an eye on things. That half track's also moving up. That's awesome. Tiger up as well. That platoon is also ready to go. Those mortars can stop firing at that. And yeah, we are getting stuck in. Let's press go. Things could be about to get quite pointy.